you're the perfect person to ask this. So during COVID, with this podcast, other people's podcasts, the word culture was just thrown around everywhere, like that word. And for some reason during baseball season, it clicked with me. I was like, what does that mean? Like, what does the word culture actually stand for? So I actually have an episode where I said, what in the world does culture mean? And I had to look it up. And it was Deion Sanders, I heard. He goes, it's the standard, it's the mission. It's, this culture word gets thrown around all the time. And I don't know what to replace the word culture with, but I've started to talk to my players about it. I'm like, we have goals, but let's start calling it like the process. Because yeah, we have goals, but let's call it the process. And it gets to that point. What do you think about that word culture? Is that the right word? Is it something other word we got to come up with? Because everybody has it. Everybody says they have the same culture. I'm like, no, I've been around cultures that are not what they should be.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah. It's funny. I just wrote this down because I was like, oh, I might do a video on that. So I'll thank you for the question now. I, for me, I think culture is a collective character.
Yeah.
If I said what's Coach Steve's character, I know I don't know you that well, but your
Right.
family and your friends that know you best could talk about the man you are when no one else is looking. Who you are in the dark and all those different sayings and phrases, which I believe there's a lot of truth to them. The first thing that comes to my mind, Coach, whenever I hear culture, is it's a living, breathing organism.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be fed constantly. It's got to be nurtured. It's got to be pruned. It's constantly growing and evolving. Um, I and I think back to my first few years as a coach and my first few years as a head coach. I never thought culture was something as simple as slapping a slogan or a logo or a word on the back of a t-shirt or on the weight room wall or locker room, and that's who you are. It's never
Right.
that simple.
Mm-hmm.
However, coming to Coronado, where we have the North Island, which is the naval base,
Mm-hmm.
we have a revolving door of players and coaches that are coming and going. Sometimes you might have a stud coach and or player that comes in, and then 2 months later, mom or dad being transferred somewhere else, and as your family for different reasons. But hey, quarterback's
Yeah.
not playing anymore. We gotta
Yeah.
readjust and figure out who we are. So for me, I realized when I took the head coaching job here at Coronado, man, this is more involved than I ever thought because you don't know who's going to be here the next year. You don't know
Mm-hmm.
who's going to be here, how long they're going to be here. So I think it's a collective character.